Alright everybody, welcome to InstructorBot. Today we'll be going over on how to import those crates into the Unity engine. So, let's go ahead and get started. This is from before. I'm just going to go ahead and create a new project. Let's go ahead and browse. Find a place to where you want to create your project. I have a place in particular on my hard drive, so press. Actually, I'm going to take this Control C and plug it up here. Control B, and I'm going to create another Unity folder. So I'm going to go new, because it saves a bunch of different things in there, like assets and different things. So Unity, Tut. Okay, and there we have it. So Unity Tut. And so I'm going to select folder, and what we want is a character controller in there. So let's see, is there any other assets and things that we want in there? Standard, yeah, just let's go ahead and press character controller. I think that'll work. So we got character controller. Let's press create. That I'll do is close out, open up a new Unity engine, compiling scripts, never mind all the junk on my desktop. There you go. Okay, so extract the bot. Okay, no, let's go ahead and create a new scene. So we got our standard assets, main camera, character controllers. That's exactly what we want. We imported all the characters in there. If not, there's also another way you guys can do it. You guys can go ahead and import it separately too. So import package, character controller. That's another way of doing it. Make sure everything is checked and just press import. But we're going to create a new scene. Control N is a new scene. And just click that. Oh, I'm sorry, it's already on a new scene. So let's go ahead and start creating a quick little level for us to mess around with. So first thing we want to do is we want to create other. Go under game object, create other, and create a plane. And when you create a plane, it just creates this plane in 3D space. Next thing you want to do is you want to add a light. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go to game object, create other. Let's create a quick point light. Will be fine. Lift it up. There you go. You have your scene lit up nicely for you. Right now you can't see it in the camera because the camera's all in 0, 0 space. I mean, it's pretty much, well, -10 over there in the far. But let's go ahead and zero this out. So you got position right here. This window right here is your inspector. You have your project windows, basically where we created our folders. It just has everything nicely set up right there, so easy to understand, easy to. And then right here in your hierarchy is everything that you have selected, like your plane, you got your point light, you got your main camera. We're going to select the plane again, and we're just going to zero it out in position. So X, I want to zero. Press 0 on that. Y, 0. And 0, and now you can see the camera is actually looking like it's bringing that plane in there. Let's go ahead and scale that plane too. Let's bring it up maybe about 20 units wide, 20 units all the way around. Okay, Y really, I mean, if you go up on Y, I mean, it's not a box, so it's not gonna be scaled, so I can just leave that at 0. That's fine, it doesn't matter. But there you have that. Let's see, 0. Actually, if I leave it at 20, it's weird. The light turns on and the light turns off. We'll just go ahead and do that. It's probably because it's not rendering the vertex, because it's using calculates per vertice that you're using the lights on. So there you have it. You have a nice little scene, very easy, very simple. And what we're going to do is going to go under standard assets, and under character controllers we're going to drag a third person character controller into the area. So you can see he's not really centered on top. You want to center him on top of the, so I'm just going to drag up in Y and bring him above the surface. Zooming in and out is just like Maya and Max, middle mouse. To pan, Alt middle mouse. I'm sorry, just middle mouse itself. To zoom in and out is Alt middle mouse. And you can also rotate by pressing Alt left click. So, and then Alt right click is a nice zoom in. Okay. And just right click alone just kind of pans in your area. It just rotates in your area. And then just kind of get used to those, just mainly the Alt function and all three of those keys. But for right now, we got our character. Let's go ahead and click on this. You can press maximize on play on this window right here. It's in the game window. This is what it's going to look like in the game. You can press play, see what happens. There you go. You got our character. It's walking around. It's third person. That's alright. For our crates, we need our crates in there. So what we're going to go ahead and do is create a new folder. And we're going to name this folder. I'm going to right click, create, and then go to folder and name this folder. You can click on it once and then press F2 and then you can name it. So name it models. Okay. Let's create another folder. Let's get this out of the way. We'll create another folder. Oh, let's drag it outside of the models folder. Let's go ahead and just bring it on top or right below it. To bring it right below, you'll see a line through the middle. And let's press F2 to name that, and let's name this material. And the next one we want to create is our textures. So create, actually I'm going to click out and go under to the bottom, press create so it doesn't create anything in the folders. Create folder, and I'm going to name it by pressing F2 again and name it textures. This is where we're going to keep all our textures, materials, models, FBX export models, and stuff like that. So to go ahead and organize this, I'm just going to bring up where I put all my models and things. So let's see. So remember I created an export folder for all my models. So let's bring in these two. I'm just going to select them both by pressing Control, and I'm just going to drag them into models. And what that'll do is drag both of those exported things into the exported models in there. It'll also have materials already set up. Actually, in the materials folder, you didn't really need to create that. It already created a folder for you because when you export it as FBX, it remembers everything inside of Maya and Max. The only thing that we need to do is bring in our textures. So let's go ahead and bring in all three of those textures so we can plug them into the materials. So let's go to textures, and I'm going to take create diffuse tut norm, create diffuse tut, and that one. So I'm just going to copy because I want them still there for Maya and Max to recognize, and I'm going to paste in the textures. So I'm just gonna open it up. Let's see if it'll paste. I guess it doesn't have a paste option. What we can do is we can open up the Unity file. Let's see. So I copied textures right here. I'm just gonna go back a few folders. So I'm gonna go back to the create LP tut where I have my where I have all my files, and I'm just gonna go to Unity tut. And then I'm going to click Assets, where we can have all our stuff, and then go under Textures, and then I'm going to right click, and I'm going to paste. What that'll do is set all the textures into that folder. So let it load up real fast, and then you have a arrow icon which expands the folder. So you have all three textures here. This is awesome. So the next thing we want to do is we want to apply that to the material of these guys. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Create Diffuse Tut texture. I'm going to drag it. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Let's leave that there. Okay, so let's click on Create Tut Export Max. Let's click the Create Diffuse texture once and then drag it over into this box right here where it says None Texture 2D. And that will create a diffuse texture for you. We're going to have to create the normal to be a normal map. So what we have to do is we have to click it once. We're going to go under the texture importer and let's change that to a normal map so it recognizes it as a normal map. Press apply, and there you have it. There's your normal map created for your... Actually, let's do that again. I'm sorry guys. I forgot to uncheck generate grayscale. So let's go ahead and revert. So let's not generate from grayscale. So what you do to get rid of that, guys, just go back to Create Tut, just uncheck generate from grayscale and press apply, and it'll switch it back to the way it was. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is go back to Create Tut export. Let's see, I did it to max. So let's go ahead and do the same thing with Maya as well. So I clicked on it. Let's drag the diffuse texture on the Maya. And there you have it. So you have the two. And then the next thing you want to do is you want to add the normal to it. So we're going to go into diffuse, and we're going to do a bumped diffuse. And what that'll do is create a normal map slot for us. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is take the create normal and apply it to the normal maps. So take create, I'm just going to drag it in there to the normal map, and that'll create the normal map for create. And the same thing with the max version as well. I'm going to change the shader from diffuse to bump diffuse, and I'm going to take the create normal and plug it in there as well. Okay, so just normal and create diffuse tut. As far as specularity goes, I'm not sure as far as my Unity shader for the specularity. If you guys have any suggestions to plug that in somewhere, I'd love to hear the feedback in the comment section. But yeah, the specularity, I can do that with the Unreal, but I'm not sure what to do with the Unity. So yeah, please, I'm down to learn as well. But let me go ahead and show you guys how to bring that FBX FBX into our scene. So what I'm going to do, so I got my Create Tut exported Max and Maya. So to get it in here, all you have to do is click it once and then drag it in here. And as you can see, everything's all set up correctly. So it is about 1 unit 1 meter high. So the meters actually came in perfectly at 100 centimeters, which shows right there in the scale. You didn't have to mess with anything, and this was exported from Max. So as you can see, it's the Create Tut exported from Max, and that's done with the centimeters. Let's go ahead and see if Maya does the exact same thing. So let's go ahead and bring that bad boy in there. And look, it's exactly the same size. So let's go ahead and zero both of these out in position. I'm going to press 0, 0, 0. Let's bring it up. Same thing with this one. It's going to 0, 0, and 0. And there you have it, pretty much. you have the two crates, and they are exactly the same size. Alright, so if I zoom in, you can see sorry if my computer is acting funny right now. It's kind of lagging a little bit and glitching, I'm sorry. But yeah, and that's it. That's our normal with our let's bring the light down to show you guys what it looks like. So just press W, again like WER, translate rotation scale, see what it looks like. And they both look exactly the same. There's really no comparison. But yeah, and that's it for this tutorial. Let me go ahead and show you guys what it looks like when we play it. If my computer doesn't crash. And there's our boxes. Looks like we're walking right through it though. Looks like we're gonna have to put some collision on those boxes. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty much what you get with the Unity export. I just want to say, guys, thanks for watching this. I mean, let me go ahead and put some collision and show you guys how to do that, and then get this going. So I'm just going to click the Crate Tut Export Maya and generate colliders. You want that to be checked on. And then once that's checked on, just press apply. That's fine. Same thing with Maya, generate colliders. Press apply. Perfect. Now let's play it. Let's see what happens. Yep, see? It runs on top of the box. There's a monster inside. Yeah. Woohoo! That's the standard third-person Unity character. Eventually I'll show you guys how to import your own character and how to get him running in your scene and get him going. So again, thanks for watching, guys. Welcome to Instructabot, and next thing we're going to go over is I'm going to go over how to do this in UDK if you guys want to learn that as well. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I enjoyed doing these tutorials with you guys, and yeah, way cool. Look at that. Monster's inside. Doesn't want to bite my leg. Alright. Thanks.